Bruder Imiku Hasteres, Ashen's Ruse, our Black Plant Kime. Black Plant Ort Al, Maku Pes, Uto Sater Fall Kracho. Miku Tech Black Plant, Ene Dod, Black Plant Guft. I thank Hope Ethars, Miku Net, Nakest. Sata Umpta, Black Plant Avawa.
Alright, so hello everybody. Welcome to Submerged Hidden Depths. Now this is a sequel. The first game is just called Submerged. I didn't do it on the channel. If during this playthrough you are interested in seeing me do the first one, I still own it. So I mean, I can do that if you're interested. Quick summary of the first game. If you don't know, in the first game your little brother is sick. You play as this girl, don't remember her name. If she even gets one. You boat around a submerged city like this. You do a bunch of climbing and stuff to get plants, maybe. I don't know. In order to save them, and then yeah, obviously you get infected by this black goo tendril vine stuff at the end of it. And I guess now we're going to get to see what exactly the black goo tendril stuff, what gift it is that it gave her. The Black Plant is so angry, I must find out why. But, there's no enemies in this game. This is purely an exploration game. I really enjoyed the first one. So I imagine this one's going to be just as good.
Said Kraz.
That's a seed. That's a big ass seed. So yeah, I looked up a little bit, mainly the achievements of this game. And yeah, it's like all your very standard exploration type stuff. So I got a map up so that we can find this stuff. Because there's diaries in this game. And the diaries are in an order, but you don't necessarily pick them up in the correct order. So Unless it doesn't matter what order you get and it still tells you the story in the correct order. That I mean could very easily be as well. And look at that. Well, isn't that nice? Okay. Once a brother and sister found refuge in a city covered by the mass. Though they had lost their family, they had at least found peace.
Miku fan seds. Miku fexate.
Because of me, we are outcasts, but I will find the seeds. I will fix this city. Alright. So that's obviously our goal. Do we have a... Oh.
Mased avadar.
Alright.
Go.
Oh, B is map. When you're in the boat. Okay. Oh god, that's where we are? That's what that symbol is on the map. Alright. Okay. So I don't know if you have to do them in order or not. But yeah, there's a bunch of animals around. Bunch of creatures to discover. Some of them will be super easy like that. The pelican. I think there's 4 of them or something. 4, maybe 6. That, travel around, and I think that may actually be one of them, the humpback whale. And there's only one of each of them in the game. There's like, I read it was like the humpback whale, there's a giant squid, shark, and orca. I can't remember. I want to say there were 6 of them though. And, wait. Well, we went way further than I thought already. Or did we? I don't know. I'm looking for, there's lookout towers. And the lookout towers will reveal the map. And I want to start at the bottom. Because it not only, because that's where diaries 1 to 4 are. But yeah, as we travel around, we can find these here, which I think will be a relic. And then there's lookout towers, and then there's boat upgrades that we can get. The only thing the boat upgrade does is let you boost for longer. Which, isn't horrible. Oh, so it just tells us that we have 1 or 20 relics. Oh, okay. Oh, that's got to be a lookout tower right there, right? I mean, it's so tall. Oh, dolphin. But yeah, as you can see, all the critters have the same thing that our girl there has. Pippo wings. But yeah, from what I remember of the first game, there was never really anything particularly difficult, mainly because there was zero threat of anything like... Oh, no, this one's a landmark, which makes sense. It looks like it's Eiffel Tower. But yeah, there was no threat of death, like I said. There were, like, enemy-like things, but they didn't actually attack you, from what I recall. And, like, you couldn't fall off of stuff. You couldn't... Yeah, like, you couldn't fall off stuff. You couldn't get hurt at all. Oh, the landmarks get displayed in the journal. But not the, Alright. Oh yeah, there's also styles, which is something that you collect in, it's probably just different outfits. But yeah, I want to find, like I said, though, I want to start in the south, because that's apparently where the first diary pages, or the first listed diary pages are. That out there is a lookout. There is supposed to be one, like right next to a bunch of buildings as well, and I'm guessing that both this thing in front of us and that thing out there are two lookout towers. Yeah, this is definitely one got the drawing on it, everything. Woohoo! So yeah, this should reveal the map, and it should reveal the collectibles on the map for the area. Okay, so it doesn't actually reveal the map, it just puts the collectibles on it. So yeah, as you can see there's 10 seeds. We already got one. The other 9 are in the different locations. There's 10 lookout towers, 10 landmarks, 20 relics, 9 flowers from each of the other locations, 26 upgrades, and 56 diaries, which is quite a bit. I don't think we can mark any of these upgrades, though. No.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's go get this other one next then. I don't know what boost is. Let's pop in here first and get our first boost upgrade. Maybe we don't have boost yet.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Oh, we passed. Oh, it was over by that black goo. Oh, probably this right here. Yeah, there you go. So left bumper is boost. Wow, that's quite the difference in speed. This one's like really far out there too. It's kind of weird how far out it is. Okay. Elevator second this time. So as far as I'm aware, in the ocean and on the specific islands are the only places where there is something. Like, I don't think that there's anything on the other ones. Alright, let's see. Didn't really add a whole lot. And also, isn't that the upgrade we just got? So does it stay on the map? That's inconvenient, to say the least. I wonder if the enemies are going to be in this, because the enemies... Well, I keep saying enemies. Once again, they never attacked you. The weird, like, there was, like, human ones that were, like, all plantified. Looked like something out of a horror game. The first one, honestly, it was still more or less bright and colorful like this. But, it was, okay, that was weird. It was way closer to, like, a horror game than, okay, so I think that's the one I want to go to. Then this one seems to be, because like I said, you know, like the whole plot of the first one was like your brother was sick and like dying, and you're like going through like this dilapidated structures and everything. There was weird like monster things everywhere. Once again, they didn't attack you, but you know, your character didn't know that. And yeah, it was just kind of weird. It was, like I said, it was a good game. It was a very good game. I did enjoy it quite a bit. But it was a little weird, and like I said, a lot more, it was like almost had a horror element to it. Oh, okay, well, I want to grab whatever this is here. It should be another relic. Apparently we can display these when we go back to the base. Okay, so we got a pulley. Alright. The Siachen Cathedral. According to the one thing I read, it's like a 6 to 10 hour game, so a few weekends to get through it. It's not bad.
Lapland strangle her.
Strangles this building. Where is the sea? So yeah, there's 4 diaries, 1 flower, and 9 style pieces, whatever the hell those are. Unfortunately, there's no like map for inside. For inside these locations, so we're just gonna have to find it on our own. But without being able to like fall off of stuff, like look, if we go over here, we can't. We just physically can't. Which means that, and because everything, as you can see, that we can actually interact with is blue, And like there's no jumping. If you need to jump, your character will jump. Your character will swing as you're about to see. So I mean, they can't really hide stuff all that much on us, you know. Um, oh, can I climb this? Maybe? Yeah, I can. So it shouldn't be too bad to find everything, and that's like all of the achievements in this game too, and in the last one is just collect everything. Um, lookouts, boat upgrades, relics, critters. Uh, see. No, that's like all it tells me. I was just looking to see if there is anything where it's like, don't, you know, like this thing is here or this thing is there, and it was some kind of description, but not at least in the guide that I found. It's kind of weird that there's blue in places you can't get to, but I guess that's because I mean I can see another thing right there, but it looks like we'll be coming back in from outside maybe. But yeah, it's honestly a little weird for an exploration game because it doesn't have any sort of like traversal mechanic to it besides you just run around and your character will do it for you. You know? Like look, even that, right? Had to go to the blue to drop off. Okay, so styles are apparently conch shells, or at least this one is. Oh, hello. Look, it's a seal. Oh, it just kind of vanished. That's weird. Yeah, look at them. I like the designs of them in this game.
It's three.
Oh, whoops. I tried to close the thing that, you know, wasn't actually on our map. Oh yeah, and apparently, like, every one of these locations also has, or all but one location, I think, has an animal that you need to find in it as well. And they all have audio cues. It's like whenever we get close to something, it'll, depending on what it is, we'll have a different audio cue. Oh. It's so weird that they just vanish like that. Can't go down anywhere, right? No. Oh, I hear another seal. Oh, there they are. Oh, those are, I think, the... No, they can't be the same two we just saw. They weirdly similar, though. Oh, that's weird. Oh, these are like the weird, I think, things that were like stalking you in the first game. Just like every once in a while you would see them, and it would be like, is this an enemy? Alright, well that's fine. We can go this way. First, I'm assuming those other paths open up. The thing I read said that you could collect everything before doing like the final thing where you put the seed away. or where you put the seed. Yeah, where you put the seed away. Because after when you put the seed away, you automatically get teleported back to your base. So it's like make sure that you collected everything in the location so that you don't have to go back up, because it's not like there's shortcuts or anything in this. Like if we miss something at the end of this location and want to come back and get it, gonna have to go through literally every step of this the same way that we're doing it now to get back there. No way, not on a ledge that thin. I would rather hang off a bit and shuffle my way around than try and stand on it like that. Oh, whoops. You can also change what color, but you can't turn off what the interactable stuff is, like where you jump and whatnot. So like everything that's painted blue, you can change that to a different color. The default is red. But I figured, you know, it's an exploration game around water. Let's make everything blue instead. Made sense to me. Okay, well that's the seed, but if it's as big as the other one, and I have to carry it like that, and she doesn't like put it away or something. Yeah, I mean I can drop it, I guess, but oh look, it's actually planting the flowers as I go. That's interesting. Also, I don't think that there was any explanation as to why the black mass, whatever it was, didn't kill her. Also, what was that? I saw something there. I'm gonna leave this here for now. And go back up, because I'm pretty sure I saw something on the wall there. As we go up, watch the right-hand wall. Yeah, there's something right there that it looks like I might be able to climb to. But how do I get around to it is the question. And am I wasting time right now going backwards like this instead of just pressing on forwards? Because it's on this tower, so. And since we're heading right, I see. Aha. Well, at least they were nice enough to have the ledge, or to have it like so that you could see it on the way down with the elevator. Yeah, collect flowers to create a garden at the dome. There's also an achievement with that too. When we put the flower down back at the base, we can then take it out and put it in our hair. And that's an achievement. When we get this style collected, that's another achievement. And apparently you can change, I want to say the one was something to do with changing body type, which is odd. But so like, I don't know if like body type is like the size of the character, or if it's like we can turn into like one of the weird plant things or something, like, because I don't think it's yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this was actually one of the things that was blocked. So that's already not blocked. Hey, look. The seed. Now, are you gonna stay that way when I walk away now this time? No. Alright, well that's fine. I'm assuming once I put the seed in, you will. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Takes it up for me. That's nice. Since there's no chance that I'm climbing with that thing. Just looking for any ways down. Because we still haven't found... We still need, what, 2 more diary pieces? Yeah, 2 more diaries and 2 more styles. The diaries were all on, like, big tables, though, so those can't really... Or at least, in theory, can't really hide all that much. Now that I know their tricks, though. Okay, there's the seat there. Now do I... Oh, I'm climbing up now, because I don't know that I'll need to climb up. See, my only worry, right, is that I'm climbing up now, and then I'm just going to have to climb up again later. Like, after I collect whatever's up here, I'm going to have to go back down, get the seed, put it in another bucket, and then climb again. Because this is awfully tall. But I also don't see any of, like, the tendrils on this building. It looks like we'll be going into that dome there to, plant our seed. So... Now, hopefully, they, there is some kind of way to tell which one you're missing. I like that you drop right on top of it and back there. That's good. Because, like, if we go to city history, yeah, see, so they're labeled. So that means that we haven't probably missed it. Because I highly doubt that they would put number 4 before number 3. That would be a very weird decision. Oh, careful. But yeah, I want to say that these things here are more or less... I don't remember them being so glowy. I think the colors were potentially a little more muted in the first game, not quite as colorful. But I could be mistaken. Okay, well, there's our last diary page. So we'll put that down there. And despite it being a ball, it won't roll. There was a time when the city stood empty, save for the mass and the creatures it spawned. Okay, and then we still have one more style piece to find, so hopefully we haven't missed it. It's gonna be worrisome every time we're down to like the last style piece, because obviously, you know, when we're down to the last one, we're probably gonna be moving around a seed like this, and it's like, all right, so how close to the end is the last style piece? Because I'll like, it'll always just be like, man, did I miss it already or something? The black plant makes these copies, remnants of the people who used to live here. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so there's the style piece. Oh, that looks good. A lot more solid, like, it's less tattered. Oh, so that's the change body style. I thought that... Well, I think there's also then maybe change... I could have swore that that was a... Alright, so that's one location done. Although I guess if there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, so there's 9 locations and there's 9 different style things. So I'm assuming each tier of that on that style page is a different thing. So I mean, obviously that's body style, and I think there's a hairstyle, and I don't know what the last one is now. What was that? The sister had a gift. Connected to the mass, she could heal its wounds. She could not help but wonder what else she could do.
If Miku fex sate,
If I heal this city, will it make up for what I've put my brother through? Well, I'm not entirely sure what you put him through, so. Okay, now are these the... Yeah, so these are the tables where we can display our relics that we found. We got a couple of them, though. There it is. Okay. And then we brought a flower home that we can put somewhere as well. Oh, what's this way out here? Oh, right, that's where we got the seed from. Although I see there's like black tentacle tendrils over here still. Just interesting. But I guess that'll lower once we complete enough other things. Maybe that's going to be like a end of the game thing, like we complete everything else and then that lowers for us. Okay, so this is our animals and our diary entries. The diaries we find. Maybe over here. Yeah, that looks, I think it's glow, flickering, whatever. Yeah. There we go, and now it's in our hair. So can I put it back? I can. We'll leave it there just so that, you know, they'll all be there. And it doesn't match our current outfit. If it's a blue flower, I may keep it. Alright. I should use my telescope to find more places to explore. I mean, we didn't explore the last one. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Alright, well, whatever. Let's go find us some more diary pages, which... down here near this location. So actually, let's... because... you know what? Fuck it. Let's go get all of the towers. All the lookout towers. So there should be one just to our left and back a bit. Oh. Did I get it? I did get it. Apparently that was a boat upgrade I just ran over. So now we can boost that a little bit longer. Okay, so this should be this tower here, I guess.
just wait.
Because if we get all the lookout towers, then theoretically, all of the stuff in the water will be visible to us. So then that way we can get the, well, maybe we won't get all. I'll grab this one. And then I'll go grab the one to the west of us. Just because I can't see. I don't know what I'm looking for the diary pages that are out in the water. Only 2 items added to the map, really? A landmark, I see, and a boat upgrade. Wow. It's not a whole lot. Should get some good speed going up and down those things. Alright. So I want to head west and a little bit south. Actually, if we just go back around to the front of the dome and just head straight west from there, we should find it, because our the next diary page, like number 5, is not currently on our map. It's on my map that I have on my computer, but not on our in-game map, which is obviously going to be a lot more, or a lot better to navigate to. Let's see, where is it? Is that it there? Nope, that's just a location. There's a relic there. Oh, that's gotta be something. Okay, well, let's go grab this relic anyway. Lookout tower should be, like, around here. Somewhere. Whenever I see something like this, that's like brother and sister, last 2 people alive. It always seems a little weird to me, just because, not necessarily because it's like, oh, that would, like, what are the odds of that happening or whatnot. I mean, the odds that the final 2 people on the planet after an apocalypse are related, I feel, are somewhat decent, because, I mean, especially if it's like brother, sister, or, you know, like a parent and a child or something, because, you know, they were together when it happened, right? You know, it's like, yeah, that tracks. But just because I've read so many, like, mythology things where it's like an apocalypse, or even just like the beginning of the world or something, and it's like a brother and a sister, it's like, well, we're the last ones left, let's, you know, repopulate the planet, to put it nicely. There's one, it's really weird. It was their father didn't like the lightning god or something and managed to capture it. It tricked his son and daughter into giving it water, which allowed it to escape, and then it gave them a tree, or it gave them a gourd tree, or a gourd seed that grew into a big tree as a gift for helping it escape. And then it convinced the water god, or the rain god, whichever it was, to flood the planet. And the tree that it gave the kids produced a giant gourd that allowed them to, so they cut it in half, hollowed it out, and then they could sit in it like a boat. Their father made a metal boat, and so they were surviving the floodwaters, but then when the floodwaters receded, they receded all at once. So it okay, that should be so they just both kind of dropped out of the sky from however high up the floodwaters were. And because their father was in a metal boat, he died. Because they were in the gourd, it shattered, but absorbed the majority of the impact and allowed them to survive. I feel like that's not how it would work, but, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, they, oh, look at that. Wow, did not expect that. So wait, can I change his style as well? No, just hers, okay. Um, and then she like gave birth to. It was really weird. She like gave birth to like a blob of flesh that he then cut up, and it somehow spread across the planet in order to create humans again or something. And it's just like, that's just, there's so many different things about that that's not right. It's just like so super weird. uh but yeah, so whenever I see like an apocalypse scenario and like the last two people alive are related, all I can think is just gonna be a bunch of inbred humans here. Well, theoretically though, if you believe the Adam and Eve story, it's inbred humans all over the place anyway. Everybody's inbred to some degree, which is, weird, but whatever. Creation myths are always, or creation stories are always weird. There's one about two white ravens or crows. I can't remember which it was, but either way, they were creating all the animals. One always created good and pure things, and then the other one would come along and do something to them to corrupt them. And then the good one, apparently not so good, got fed up with the bad one doing it and tricked it and killed it. And then that's what turned the ravens black, and then the raven could no longer just create everything that the raven would create would have a negative aspect to it, which is when it started to create humans, obviously. So it's like, oh, they're good, but also not in some way, shape, or form. Weirdest part about that story, though, it put in all of its effort to create a perfect good thing. There's a porcupine. That's like the ultimate creature according to that myth. According to that creation myth, is the best, like the most good there is in the world is a porcupine, which is just absolutely hilarious. Fuck me. Okay, so this is what we're going. Nope. That's what we're going for. What I might do in between recordings is, should I or should we do that? I was gonna say maybe go around and like collect the boat upgrades. Like, I'll definitely leave the diaries just because it's like story related, but I guess as long as I just do this occasionally, it'll let me see if I missed anything. Tow the platform to make a bridge. Oh yeah, I read something about this too, how apparently if you're towing something, you can't fuck it up. Like, the game just won't allow you, see, and then it just automatically broke it and everything. So it is purely exploration. There is nothing that you can do to fuck up this game. Now what we need to do is find the entrance to this place, which I'm assuming is going to be on the other side of the bridge here. Whoa. Oh wow, even with the boost of there we go. I don't think you did anything with the boat like that in the last game. At least I can't remember doing anything like that. Oh no, the ladder broke. It's a good thing we made a bridge. It's also a good thing that something that perfectly formed a bridge was waiting there for us. It's cool that you get to play as the brother too. He said in the last game he was sick the entire thing. And you just played as the sister. I don't even remember where the brother was. Like, I think you had a base kind of like this game. Like, I don't think that he came in the boat with you or anything. I don't honestly even remember what it was you were collecting in the last game either. Oh, did I grab the wrong... How the hell did I grab the wrong one? That should have been 6, not 7. Where are... Yeah, according to my map, that should have been number 6. Well, whatever. So this one should be number 7, and it's already on the map, so... But yeah, creation myths are very weird. Because obviously, you know, they have to have a way for humanity to come into being. So, I mean, at least like with the Raven one, right? It was literally created, you know? Like Adam and Eve is like, yeah, created Adam, created Eve from Adam's rib. Which apparently is symbolic for, you know, women and men, like completing each other or something. I don't remember. I mean, it means different things to different people, as do most religious things. But the one, I don't remember who I heard say that. That was one of the things where it's like, yeah, Eve was created from Adam's rib because, you know, meant to support each other and whatnot. But yeah, like that one and the other one there where she gave birth to her and her brother, created a ball of flesh. At least once it see now the ball of flesh is like, alright, clearly not like I have given birth to all humans. I have given birth to a thing that somehow creates humans, you know. But like the Raven one is still like, I guess, the least incestuous of them all. Although you could argue, right, that because Eve was made from Adam's rib, it's not like she was his sister or anything. She was literally him. So it was, in some essence, a form of masturbation. Because that's like the other thing too, right, is like, you're not supposed to take the fruit from the tree, and then the snake can miss him, and everybody's like, oh, the apple, and it's like, it wasn't an apple he was talking about. They weren't supposed to bang, and then they did. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. Theoretically though, with Adam and Eve, right? If literally every human is spawned from them, then there shouldn't be nearly like the variation in our DNA that there is. I was listening to I want to say it was a clip from Joe Rogan, and he was talking to Ben Shapiro about religious stuff, because Ben Shapiro's Jewish. So, you know, he doesn't believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God or anything like that. Because that's a whole thing, right? But they were talking about, because Rogan brought up a theory that like a bunch of the stuff in the Bible was because they didn't understand certain concepts, which apparently is called like naturalizing the Bible or something, where it's like you see stuff in the Bible and it's like, and you try and come up with like a natural explanation as to why it would, like why that would be a thing, why that would be there, whatever, right? Okay, so our next one is to the south. Um, which I didn't realize was a thing, but is something that I've done every now and then when I like hear a thing from the Bible, and it's like, okay, but I mean that could just be like I had a whole conversation about like Jesus and his resurrection with a dude on YouTube or Reddit. I don't remember. I want to say it was YouTube. I don't even remember what the video was that I was commenting on, but yeah, I ended up conversation about how like you could have like how Jesus may have like how somebody with power could have used Jesus in order to gain more power for themselves by faking the resurrection and whatnot. Surprisingly enough, when you're having a conversation, because you know when you have a conversation like that with somebody, a lot of the time they get rather pissy with you, and you're like, "Yeah, but I mean, was there guards on the tomb? How many guards?" And whatnot. And just like a few of the things that the guy said based on the story, I was like, I mean, because like the tomb Jesus was put into, because apparently it wasn't a cave at all. It was actually like a tomb that they put him in. And then he opened it and it was wrong, but it was like a tomb paid for by a guy to specifically put Jesus in. And it's like, okay, but what if they just like, you know, took him out like a back entrance? Like, because obviously, you know, because one of my main things with him was like, you're hearing the story, but the story's been told how many times over how many years before it was even written down. And then it's been rewritten and translated like how many times since then. So I mean, you're hearing like a story that's like a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, yada yada yada, of mine, you know. So it's just like, I mean, people exaggerate all the time when they tell stories. Why wouldn't they exaggerate then? Because like one of my main things is like, even if you believe that the Bible is the word of God, it was still written by a human. And humans in general, you know, ruin stuff like that. Things. I mean, look at like, I mean, just look at like books that get translated to like TV shows and movies and that. It's like, what the fuck did you just do with my story, and why is it so different? You know, like, there's very little reason to believe that to be so sure that that didn't happen. You know, you know, however long ago that was. Um, so it's like, you know, if there is like a more natural explanation for it, I mean, that doesn't. And I mean, just because somebody can come up with a natural explanation for it doesn't mean it's true. I mean, like, I can say that, you know, they put Jesus in that tomb because they knew they could get him out of it, or they knew that they could remove the body, and then they just had somebody, and, you know, like Jesus had a twin or something. Because, I mean, from what I understand of the Bible, right, you have the story of Mary and Joseph, and, you know, the North Star, or whatever it was, the angel in the sky, and then the three wise men and that. And then I don't know any stories of Jesus in between then and him being like an adult. You know. So it's like what happened in between? Like that's a lot of time. In between checking in, you know. But anyway, enough of religion talking. That we're playing Submerged. And gonna be getting another diary page here to complete our second tier of it, assuming my map didn't lie to me this time. But yeah, at the very least, I'm gonna do the stuff in the order that the diary pages are. Just so that story we get in the correct order. My people wove our village into the ruins in harmony with the mass. We had all that we needed. Okay. Well, clearly something went wrong, though. Otherwise, you wouldn't all be plant people now. I am curious, though, because, like, in the last game, these two were younger. So I am kind of curious where this guy got the razor to shave and the stuff to make a tattoo. Alright. Let's see. Got the landmark. Got that. Those diary pages are different. So, let's see. That was number 8, so 9 to 12 is over in this location. Does it actually? No, it just says nearby object. Okay. Shall head north. Well, actually, we shall see how long we've been going. Okay, so we'll end this part here, and next part we'll do another location. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.